Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a quick look at Metaflow Agent versus the Notions Agent, and we are going to be comparing these two agents using a simple task of creating a blog post. So I'm just going to run quite identical instructions for both, and this is partly an exercise for me to kind of see how the instructions work on Metaflow platform, and how the same instructions are also being followed by the Notion Agents platform, and just to share my initial thoughts on both, and where each of these tools may fit your specific use cases. So on the left is Metaflow AI, and then on the right is Notion AI. So for me to get started with this task, I did want the blog post to have some kind of some base level SEO data to be part of the blog post. So I started with the Metaflow agent just to get this content brief going. And since we have SEO data built into the platform, we were able to get the SERP analysis. We were able to also get some keyword ideas, and build this content brief here that are based on live SEO data, like keyword volume, people also asked, and whatnot. And I just wanted to use this as the baseline for the article, so that we have some SEO backbone to this. So I went ahead and copied this and added it as a content brief under this toggle here on Notion, and I did also personalize the Notion agent to kind of be pretty close to the blog writer agent that we're going to run on Metaflow. So let me quickly show you and compare these both. For the comparison to be fair and square, I use pretty much the same instruction, but for obvious reason, we don't have these tool callings here on Notion. Again, these tool callings are doing SEO research, doing some scraping, doing SERP analysis like Google search, and also some tools to directly push these content to Framer, and also create a doc on the platform itself. So removing those and pretty much keeping the rest of it almost the same and a few modification, we have both our agents set up. So I'm just going to quickly also pass this on to the agent chat on the left hand side, so it also has the context. And let's go ahead and kick these both off. Right, this is the instruction right here. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to also paste it right here. Can you write the blog post based on the content brief on the page? And then let's go ahead and kick them off. All right, let's see them how they pan out. And something I do want to preface is, since this instruction has some tool calling, this is probably going to take a few more steps right here on the left. So similarly, Notion is also doing some search on our on the Metaflow workspace itself, and it'll be interesting to see how both the content is coming out. So here we already have Notion starting to put together the article, and let's see, it's once the article is finished, we'll be going and doing a pretty quick comparison. Looks like Notion is completed. So let's just quickly go to the top and then compare it side by side. So on the left hand side, we have the Metaflow article, and on the right hand side we have Notion. Almost identical, the meta description. Because we have the same content brief, I think we are kind of going with the meta description from the brief itself. Let's go over the introduction, and let's go over the following sections. Obviously, there are some differences where we have some call out here, overview and core features. And on the right hand side, I do think we can see some citations. I believe these are internal. Yes, they are internal. So right off the bat, this may not be the best content that you want to publish outside, but it's a great internal document, right? And maybe there's like a step or two where we would just go and like ask Notion to remove those. But pretty much, since they are following the same content brief, they are kind of taking in a very similar approach to writing the content. And obviously there are some nuances here and some differences. We have a lot more keyword insertions happening on the left hand side because of the SEO tool calling here. It's inserting some relevant keywords, and it's also making some structural changes. And on the right hand side, what's different is it's a lot more nuanced in terms of the details, because obviously this is part of the Metaflow workspace, so it is pulling in the data from the internal wiki, right? And on the left hand side again, here you can see a keyword insertion that kind of has this heading before the table to kind of reinforce the keywords we are going after. And the right side, we don't have that. So these are some of the little nuances that makes a difference when it comes to, the use cases you want to use these two different agents, whether your goal is to, create an internal document where you have citations to other docs internally, or are you, looking to drive traffic to your website using SEO and AEO. So the use cases do matter on what agents you're going to use and what tools these agents are connected to. My overall feeling is that, Notion has done a pretty solid job by having this agent feature baked into the platform. Even though it's general purpose, I think you can do a ton of stuff. So as you can see, it's pretty much got most of the stuff identical, but obviously like the keyword insertion and the subtleties of like SEO optimization is missing. Although the content may seem structurally similar on the surface level because they are sharing the same content brief, when you go deeper, you'll know how relevant these keyword insertions are, how relevant these tool callings are. And again, if I want to maybe push this to a framework, I can do it right here. I'm not saying you cannot do that on Notion. Notion 2 has a ton of connected apps that you may eventually, try and push it. But it does make sense for you to, choose if you want to go with a general purpose agent or agent that is tweaked for exact vertical. In this case, Metaflow is built for marketing and growth teams. So having said that, I'm just going to go ahead and say, add this whole blog post to a Metaflow doc. And then I guess, the reason I want to do that is I just want to also quickly show that, we have a pretty similar ID-like environment for growth teams on Metaflow. I think Cursor came up with a really good model where you can, manually work, or you can use AI to kind of assist you, and then there is the agent. So I think that model is proving to be quite useful and quite popular, with Notion also adopting that. At Metaflow we worked with that a while ago, and where you have the autonomy to manually work on content, as well as use workflows or tools or even agents to write those content. And another important point I do want to maybe take a minute to emphasize is, at Metaflow, we also have tools which are workflows that your agents can use as tools. So any workflow that you have on Metaflow, you can directly come into the agent and insert those flows as one of the tools that your agent can call. So you may as well have a tool for creating a blog header image, or you may have a tool for creating LinkedIn posts and so on, instead of having to enter it as part of the instructions. You may just call those individual workflows as tools. That way, you're not bloating the context, and you're kind of doing context engineering, but on a no-code natural language level, if that makes sense. So I guess that kind of gives you an overall picture on how both these agents compare. So if you do want to, use an agent that is specifically built for growth marketing and growth teams, I would highly recommend, give a try to Metaflow AI. Or if you are just getting started and you just want to test waters and see what agents can do, Notion is a great place for you to start with some general purpose use cases. Yeah, I guess that kind of brings us to the end of the video. If you did like this, or if you have some feedback or comments, just leave it down below. I'll see you in the next video.